That's hot. Good morning. At least for me, it's morning time. Obviously, you can notice that the surroundings are different. I'm in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm here for an acting gig, which I'm very happy about. It's been a while since I've been on set. I think almost 2 years. No, not almost two. Well, in March it'll be 2 years. But yeah, I'm just like waking up here, and I don't know. I'm like, what am I going to title this video? And I'm like, waking up in your new reality. If you've been watching my videos lately, there's been a lot happening, mainly with my health, and the last week has been a very eye-opening week. Lots of different changes. I think this morning, I think today is like my fifth day. Jeez, what day was that? What day is it today? It's Tuesday. Yeah, it's 6 days that I haven't taken ibuprofen for my pain, which I think is really great. I'm doing something right. So, pain's still there. It's just, I'm gonna say, not as severe, it's different. I also see the pain differently. So it's not a sign of pain. It's more so a sign of awareness of things happening in my body, or my body trying to communicate with me, saying like, hey, you have to bring awareness to this and this. And ultimately, once you let go of certain things from your past, let go of traumas, process those traumas, those memories are trapped. Tension no longer has the same effect anymore. So, no ibuprofen in 6 days. That's saying something. So, waking up in your new reality, I thought that would be appropriate because yesterday on my drive over up here to Knoxville, I was able to film 3 reviews, two food reviews and 1 coffee. I'm drinking coffee right now. I'm reviewing it. It is hot. And 1 beer review. And it was just so exhilarating. It was fun. Late last night when I got here, I edited all 3 of the reviews to have them just ready to go for this week before I film some more tomorrow. And I'm in my hotel room, and usually when I would go out of town for an acting gig, or even just out of town in general, once I got to the hotel, I didn't want to chill in the hotel. I wanted to go out, just be out and about. And last night was different. I'm like, wait, hold on, I do kind of want to go out, but what's stopping me? And I just realized, no, you accomplished a lot today. You did everything you wanted to do today. It's like, no, just relax, chill. I still kept editing some of the episodes, and then I just relaxed. It felt really good. And why not get to a place like that when you choose you choose your own personal happiness, you choose what makes you feel good. I'm watching, I'm sure it's a plane, but I forgot what it's called, but the line that it's shooting straight up, so it kind of looks like a rocket, but I doubt it's a rocket. But it's like, I have a beautiful view over here right in front of my window. Just see all these houses in the distance, the trees, and then just the blue sky. Half of my vision right here is just blue sky with some clouds. It's really nice. But yeah, so why not choose the reality that you want? Obviously don't ignore the one you're currently in, but when you start changing your beliefs, your mindset, your having more awareness of what's happening and what you want, things around you start to change. I forgot what the quote is, but it's like when you start changing the way you look at things, the things you look at change, something like that. So, I'm here. I always loved going out of town for a gig. I remember in 2013, 2014, I'd be on the road all the time. I'd sleep in my car. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed being on the road. And so to be able to do this, it's so exciting because this is like a mini vacation because, thankfully I'm one of the things I'm really grateful about is that, you get to you get to stay at a hotel, and I don't have to pay for it, and I get per diem, and I'm really grateful. And to know that once I found out that the gig was in Knoxville, again, this is from my other YouTube channel, the Starving Actor Food Reviews. Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports and One Bite Pizza Review, he was here in Knoxville a few months ago, something like that, and he reviewed a bunch of places. So I'm like, ooh, I definitely have to go review one of the spots that he did, and see if I give a different score. But like stuff like that, like, it's exciting, and to be able to do that, I think everyone wants to do that, right? But what stops us? What stops you? Think about it. I mean, fear. We always talk about that, but fear is always one of the main reasons why we don't take chances. We keep saying no to ourselves. You know, one of the revelations that I had this week, or this past week, I'm not going to get really too into it, but I realized that there was a part of me that I neglected. Essentially, it was the little kid in me. You know, we all have that inner child in us that's like, when the parents don't give that child attention, they remember that. I mean, they remember that. We don't necessarily remember that, but it gets stored as stuck energy in your body. And then when things happen later in your life where you get neglected by your boss or a coworker or a partner, stuff like that, you're not trying to be a little baby, but essentially then you get that, a trigger response to, because of that memory, because of that moment that you never processed as a kid, the feeling of being neglected or being upset. And when you're told, like, if you start acting up, parents be like, hey, stop it, and then shoot, it stops immediately, and that emotion's not processed. So I felt very connected to my inner child one of the days this past week, and I realized where and how I was neglecting that part of me. It was a big moment. It was a big moment, man. I just realized so many things. I realized why I tried to put on shows, puppet shows, dress up with my brother, like, in costumes for the family. Why I started playing guitar, why I wanted to start performing, why I wanted to get into acting, why I wanted to get in front of the camera. All of these things, I started realizing why. What was the underlining motivation? I was seeking affection. I was seeking attention. I was seeking, like all eyes on me, or just two eyes on me. And it's just incredible. The awareness that it brings you is incredible. So, without making this too much about me, right? It doesn't mean that it's bad playing guitar and wanting to perform. No, that's all good. I mean, if you got the talent, you got the talent. If you learned the talent, you've learned it. If you've learned a skill, use it. If you're passionate about it, do it. When it no longer serves you anymore, when you feel like, or if you feel like you're doing it for the wrong reasons, that's when it's time to step back and figure out what those reasons are, whether they're healthy or not. And if you want to keep doing it, you got to find new reasons why, new healthy reasons why you want to do it. For me, it still feels like I'm being a kid. I mean, why not? There's a guy down there that looks like my buddy Eric. That'd be crazy if he's here. Definitely not him. Why do things that are not for your best good? Why do things that you're not excited about, passionate about? Like, you should. Absolutely. You should and can create the reality that you want to live in. You just have to change your beliefs. You have to change, again, your reasons why. Sometimes you got to cut people out. And this tends to happen once you start moving in a quote unquote better direction. You start moving in the direction, again, that is for your highest good. You'll start losing friends, either by your choice, by you not wanting to spend time with them anymore, or they choose to leave because they can't handle it. Because you end up being a reminder that they're not doing what's best for them, that they're not, whether it's they're not going to the gym as much, they're not taking care of their health, they're stuck in a job because they need the money, and they're not finding time to do things that make them happy, that make them laugh, that make them feel alive. Right here in this moment, I feel so grateful. Again, I mean, all the stuff that I talk about is outside of right now, making reviews. I mean, even making this video, like right now, I'm talking to you while I get to look at these trees with hardly any leaves on them, moving in the wind, and it's so relaxing. I'm so grateful. So I hope you've reached this point of your life, and if you haven't, I know that you will take a look at yourself and start realizing where and how you've been neglecting you for all these years. All the best this week. Take care.